Next one. Good morning, Britain. The level of unpreparedness for life within the royal family is astonishing. She didn't understand formality, hierarchy, our manners, or culture. I did retweet this out. Let me see if I could find it to put my response to that. Let me go to my profile. Maybe this one. Reply and retweet. There's this. Okay. Oh, there it is. This is, I retweeted this out. Okay. Because I didn't listen to the video yet. I only read the caption. The level of unpreparedness for life within the royal family is astonishing. She didn't understand formality, hierarchy, our manners, or our cultures. Royal commentator Jenny Bond questioned whether Meghan was cut out for life within the royal family. Okay, so I'm responding to this. I didn't listen to the video. I'm leaving it for in a few minutes when I listen to it so I could comment on it. Okay. Reading the caption, it's hard to know what exactly is in place when the goalposts keep changing. Meghan did a better job at being royal than the royals who were there since ancient time. They just meant that Meghan is just too great. Okay, so that was my response on that. All right, let's go back. Now let's listen to it. 53 seconds.
Is that William was right all the time when he suggested, we are told, that Harry should take his time and just think whether Meghan wasn't the right woman for him, or whether she was cut out for this role, because the level of unpreparedness, I was going to say ignorance, but it's not ignorance, just unpreparedness for life within the royal family is astonishing. I mean, she didn't understand the formality. She didn't understand it was a hierarchy and she wasn't going to be the chief executive. She didn't understand our manners, our culture, the hugging. All of this suggests to me that she needed more time to assess whether she, an independent, forthright...
That's just BS. That's just BS. Meghan was never gonna... She knows she wasn't gonna be to take over, because they did say it at some point that Meghan wanted to be like high level or something. I forgot their wording. They just freaking upset that Meghan is just too good at it, just like I said in my comment. Okay, and not only that, Harry took his time to pick the right person for this job, and Meghan was already doing some of those things. Harry, so whatever the problem is, they just mad. Okay, and then I keep on saying that the time where they were sitting on stage, all four of them, where Meghan was talking, Meghan was so great at her way of expressing her thought, and she wasn't shy of telling what was in her mind. They just freaking pissed. Okay, that institution has issues with women. Okay, look at all the women who marry into the royal family. Look what happened to them. Okay, so all this is just blah 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 blah. Okay, let's continue. Listen.
Right, woman of mature years should want to go into the structure of the royal family. I think she needed more time, and William was right. Is that
William was right? And then there's the other one who married. What? How long she's been married? Maybe 15 years now, 16. I don't know. What's her name? Kate. Took 10 years to come up with some question, and she's still trying to find the answer for those 5 questions. So what is their problem? They want Meghan to be just like Kate, and yet they want Kate to be like Meghan. All right, these people are confused. But let's see some of the comments. Here's to formality, hierarchy, our manners, and our cultures. Okay, I shared this video before, but for the sake of this video, let's listen to it again. 45 seconds.
We know that there's a whole side of that story that has not been reported by the British media. We know that there are rumours of alleged infidelity on William's part that the UK press just will not touch. And frankly, you know, if Harry has buggered off to Santa Barbara, having been on the receiving end of such extraordinary press coverage while his brother has not received a single critical article in the UK and, you know, puts out 10th anniversary wedding videos.
By the way, this audio is very low. I'm going to have to really ramp it up when I'm editing. It's very, very low. I could hardly hear, so that's why you're not hearing me say, you know, commenting back on it, because I could hardly hear it.
Like Bowden and Peter Jones' offspring after a drunken night out, you know, I'm not surprised he's balked, because he's actually lifting the lid on a really skewed system of behaviour in the UK.
All right. So I have it on another video. You could check it out. I don't know which video it is. If I had put her picture on the thumbnails, maybe I'll know. I don't remember which video it's in. Okay, Meghan said that she was offered no advice, training, help as to living within the royal family. She wasn't even sure how to courtesy properly. Average people just don't know these things when it's not a requirement in your life. I wonder if Kate was offered any advice or lesson. Right, Kate had 7 years. Okay, there's the timing and everything. Kate had 7 years of getting married to become future royal. Sophie, it took her 5 years. Meghan was thrown into a tour of 75 events in 15 days within months of their wedding. Yet when she got back, she was vilified. And she did a wonderful job at it. That's the thing. Okay? That's the thing. They wanted her to fail. But instead, she showed them how it's supposed to be done. So they're just mad.
If I'd been on what I call an away day, where I'd been up part of the country all day, I'd come home feeling pretty empty because my engagements at that time would be to do with people dying, people very sick, people, marriage is the problem, all that. And I come home and it would be very difficult to know how to comfort myself. I've always been the 18-year-old girl he got engaged to, so I don't think I've been given any credit for growth. And my goodness, I've had to grow.
All right, let's see. Let me go into that. Now you think, all right, I read this. She has said on several occasions that she was helped, most notably by Sarah Ferguson. Okay, I've almost met royalty twice when constructing a railway bridge. Prince Charles was going to visit the week before we got instruction on what to do, not to do. Same when putting in a potable water tank at Balmoral. The Duke of Edinburgh was going to visit the day before, got instructed. One of two. So two, it is possible that Harry was unaware of all of this. P.S. Neither of them turned up. Okay, William had to wait for the Queen's blessing before he could ask Kate to marry him. Kate did have training and was involved with the family for 10 years before engagement. Meghan and Harry whirlwind happened so fast, she was thrown into the deep end, not knowing protocol. This is just nonsense, okay? Meghan did her best. Look at whatever, when Meghan was saying, meeting the Queen privately, she had to courtesy, okay? The minute she goes into that, she did the courtesy, she nailed it. Okay, look at during the final day, during the funeral, when she went to see the casket. You see how deep she did her courtesy? She even did it better than most of them. What was the other one? The one who, the tender one. She couldn't even bend down. She had to hold the husband's arm. I mean, I'm not making fun of her because I don't know if I could go that deep myself. But I'm just showing the comparison. Okay, Meghan trained herself to be better at everything that they teach her, but yet she still got vilified for it. So whatever. All right, let's see here. Kate is not mentor material, as we only see that she has now came out with project after 11 years. Not only that, she is styling herself and using Meghan's mannerism. Do not use Kate as any measure. She only began working in 2018. This is funny. What you're trying to say is that she developed her passion project over time, devoting considerably energy and focus to find the best way to serve her country and her monarch. Okay, I'll let this pass. Okay, I'll let this pass, but I know it's an excuse for Kate for waiting that long. When did Meghan marry into the royal family? 2018. Why is it 2018 that she decided to do her project? Okay, what was she doing before that? Look at the minute Meghan got into the royal family. How many charities she helped? How many successful projects that happened? Okay, they wanted competition. They got competition, and then they can't even compete. They throw themselves into the competition. Okay, they still can't compete. Okay, as opposed to say the Sussex approach to service, which is more of a flag on a hot plate style. The thing is that Meghan have been doing this way before she met Harry. So this is why it was so easy for Meghan. I've said this in other podcasts. I don't see myself doing some of the things that they're doing, Harry and Meghan in particular, because they are passionate about it. It's second nature to them. They enjoy doing it. Okay? So this is what happened when somebody have passion for the things that they are doing.
The role is that
As you said, the causes that have been very important to me, I can focus even more energy on, because I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella.
So this is what happened when somebody have passion for the things that they are doing.
And we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about.
Harry and Meghan, both of them have said it. They're passionate about it. Okay, why are we surprised? Okay, the others are not really passionate about it. This is why it looks like work for them. I probably would be the same thing as Kate, because I'm not passionate about it. This is what lack of passion looks like. Okay, we could see the difference between someone who's passionate about their work and someone who's not. We could see it like night and day with Harry and Meghan versus William and Kate. We could see it. We don't need to dig our brain. Where is that? Okay? Meghan said she was offered no help, to borrow the words of the late Queen. I'm sure recollection vary on that subject. Okay, so why did she go to school? To learn about eloquence and the royal way of life. She knew exactly what was required of her, chose to ignore it. She did it. You guys are just nitpicking from it. She respect the institution. It's just that the respect did not return. Okay, she did her best with what she knows. Okay, and she's telling you where she's coming from through the Netflix series. Okay, like me, I've even said it even before the Netflix popped out, and I was like, I don't see myself going over there during Christmas holiday with these people because they're wearing suit and tie. You can be relaxed. I said it before. There's Meghan who's saying the nonsense that goes, you know, between family members. They still have to courtesy to each other. They have to wait until the Queen come to eat, and the squad were making fun of that. They will eat the food so fast before the Queen shows up. So the nonsense that goes in the background is so freaking nonsense. And this is why Harry wanted, well, he did explain why he wanted out, because they won't let him be with his girlfriends. They keep on chasing the girlfriends out. And in a way, okay, in some shape or form, they pretty much shape Harry's path for him, because some of the women that Harry had, you know, opened Harry's brain and said, look, I'm trying to live my life. Okay, some of the women I'm trying to get into my world, you keep on chasing them out. And little at a time, his brain is working. He's seeing, okay, if I want a family, I don't want what happened to my mom happen to me, to my wife. Okay, so look what happened. What was really funny, he had a list. Meghan said he had a list of the type of women that he wanted, and he didn't want to share it. And he said, there it is. Meghan is the list. Okay, I've said these kind of things. And Harry even said he wanted a woman who will be able to come to support with all of his baggages. Then I said that. I said, Harry is Meghan's baggage. I said this. And there's Harry confirming it on the Netflix series. So not everybody could do that. So the tabloid pretty much lead Harry into Meghan's into Meghan. And it's not like Meghan was chasing him. Okay, look at even I think I have a tweet about that where Meghan was saying Harry was late, and Harry was one of those guys who wanted women to wait for her, and then she was not having it. But when she realized Harry was sweating and he was really late, he was trying to get through to meet with her, okay, she forgave him. Okay, Meghan wasn't about all of that. And when she said, when she spoke to the friend who said Harry was nice, okay, whichever she said it in the, was it the engagement of the View?
I didn't know much about him, and so the only thing that I had asked her when she said she wanted to set us up was, I had one question. I said, well, is he nice? Because if he wasn't kind, it just didn't seem like it would make sense. And
so she really meant it. And they keep on saying, whatever Kate did chasing William, they're trying to plant it as if Meghan was the one who did that. This is why Harry and Meghan had to do the docu-series. So the media, the British media, it's their fault for Meghan being with Harry, because they chase all the other women out. Okay? So this is what I keep on saying. The universe know how to balance things. You take one thing out, they put another thing for you for it to be balanced out. And now, look at who Harry ended up. Someone who's a feminist, who's a fighter, who's pretty much, you know, could carry Harry's baggage. So they pretty much landed Meghan on Harry's lap because they chased all the other women that Harry was dating. Okay, and Harry learned from that and said, I want someone who will be able to deal with that. And there it is. This is what we have. Let me leave that alone. They're making excuses and excuses. Meghan did the job so well, they're just pissed. Okay, what is it? Was some comments that I read, they sent her to do at least 75 engagement the minute she walked into the royal family. Okay, why did they do that? Because they expect her to fail. Why did they book all of this engagement for Meghan when she just walked into the royal family? Okay, they expect her to fail, but she exceeded at it, so they're just mad. That's all it is.
Did you find a way to run from the city of the sun? You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over, 'cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
All right, next tweet. Okay, I'm sorry, England, but your whole government having meetings and giving interviews about Harry and Meghan's Netflix shows is so embarrassing. Okay, it's giving fake country, and that sucks because I know for a fact you have real problems and whole entire families are facing the threat of freezing, starving to death this winter. I create a video. What did I call it? I think I call it chasing squirrel or something. I had to put this by itself, that way I could just mention it, put the thumbnails for you guys could just go and watch it, because the UK likes to disrupt, okay, throw that squirrel thing on their face when real problem exists. Okay, how Brexit going? How are gas price going? Do you even have a current prime minister, and if so, how long will they last? Because they changed so many prime ministers. Are they still 40 million out of 66 million people skipping meals because they can't afford to eat? This is the problem that's going over there. And the same problem that's going in the UK, it would have happened in the US as well, because the way things have been established, okay, for our system, the guy before Biden was messing this up for us to be in a way of chaotic, you know, pinning people against each other. But we fought too. We're still fighting too. Okay? So we would have been in the same situation, and we're not out of the woodworks yet. Okay, one of those stolen diamond necklace and the crown's vault could probably feed every school child for a year And I feel like maybe if the government wants to talk about royals, it should be the ones living but barely working in the UK. All right, there's me here. Oh, I didn't, 52 minutes ago, I didn't even know I commented. When they had their chance, oh, this one, okay. When they had their chance to talk to Netflix, they didn't. Now that's what they are doing. They keep proving Harry and Meghan's were right over and over again. Okay, truly embarrassing. Imagine with recession knocking at its door. Okay, LOL, that little island, so unserious. Unserious. Okay, the United States will never. They're so embarrassing over there. Okay. We would have. This is what I was saying. The U.S. could have been in the same situation. But we saw the BS. We fought through. We fought through. Okay, even while they're still trying to stall the election, people went out to vote despite the pandemic. They were scaring people off. Okay, the obsession of Meghan borders on fatal attraction. Okay, it's real disturbing, especially since they have stories high economic poo-poo to clean up. The way this, the person said it, the high economic poo-poo to clean up. Harry and Meghan are a distraction from issues your country cannot fix. Stop with the deflection and focus on addressing problems so people can feel some relief, for crying out loud. Your journalists should be ashamed. Yeah, I'd be showing it. The thing with the squirrel, go watch that video. I pretty much sums everything up in that video. I think it's like 5 minutes or something. Okay, that girl runs that little island. And went free in their heads. Journalists and quote marks, because they don't abide by the ethics by which journalists are supposed to be guided. And with the thing that Harry keeps on calling them to court is because I've talked about this a while back, maybe 2 years ago. Harry had called one of the newspapers, you know, not call. There's a like an office or organization or something that looks over journalists. You know, if the journalists go out of line, okay, you could make complaint. I forgot, is it IPP or something like that? I'll look for it. Just look at the screen. If I have it, I'll put it on the screen. Harry had made complaint to this particular organization. Okay, so when they did their review, they claimed that the journalist or the newspaper did not do anything wrong. Okay, so ever since that time, what Harry does, when the newspaper goes out of line in the UK, he just called them to court. And then this is why you see Harry keep on calling them to court. Because that particular organization did not punish whoever, which that particular newspaper for when when Harry went and made the complaint. I think it was even before Meghan came in the picture or something like that. When Harry did that complaint. I don't remember. All right. So from this point on, Harry keep on calling them to court. All right. Don't tell anyone I was mad. Entire country. Or at least all the news media. Okay. Go ask men crying about a courtesy. Okay. Grown. She fixed her thing. Okay. Such low tier country behavior. It's pathetic. Trust me. Most people think it's pathetic. Whole government. All right. And shit show. After this, let me go to the next one. You are not wrong. Everything here is broken, yet the focus is on culture wars. Make it make sense. Yep. This is what the thing. They're pinning people against each other, and then meanwhile, the real issue is not even being touched, and then the establishment stays. All right. Let's see if some light will be shed. Okay, the senior government minister was sent by the then prime minister to lie to the queen, but that's all cool. Nothing to see here. Okay, they should be discussing how they're going to keep their constituent fed and warm this winter. All right, so that's it. There's more comment. Let's move on.